Hello friends, welcome you all to Gnandeep Academy. Welcome you all to today's session of daily answer writing where we discuss previous year's question of UPSC. Today's question is very interesting question. Discuss. So first thing what they are asking us to discuss the possible factors that inhibit India from enacting, that is they are talking about enacting, that is making a law or legislation for its citizen uniform civil code as provided for in the directive principles of state policy. A very straightforward question, first thing. Second thing, these kinds of questions demand your creativity. How you think, what are your stake or what is your stand on these kinds of questions where you should definitely take a stand is the question. So let's think again the question once again. They are asking us to discuss. First, they want us to discuss what various factors relating to what, that why India is not able to enact a law. They are not talking about implementation. They are talking about enacting a law, that is making a law relating to what? Relating to the Uniform Civil Code as provided in the directive principles of state policy. Here certain factual things. First thing, uniform civil codes are provided in Article 44 of the Indian Constitution. Article 44. DPSPs are given in Part 4 of the Indian Constitution. So these two things, these two factual parts should be the beginning of your answer, that is Uniform Civil Code are given in Article 44 of Directive Principles of State Policy, which is given in Part 4 of the Indian Constitution. Now, as usual, let's try to understand what is locus of the question and what is focus of the question. Here, Uniform Civil Code is locus of the question. They are not asking you what is Uniform Civil Code, what is significance of Uniform Civil Code, why Uniform Civil Code is important. No, absolutely not. It is not the focus of the question. Simply, they are asking you focus, that is what are difficulties in making a law or in making all the provisions related to the Uniform Civil Code. So their focus is not Uniform Civil Code. Their main focus is relating to what are difficulties in making Uniform Civil Code. So basically, what is focus? Problems in implementation of Uniform Civil Code, and second, problems in enacting Uniform Civil Code. Enacting, that is making an act. Making an act which is implementable related to Uniform Civil Code is the focus. And as we have discussed in many questions, 25 to 30% portion should be given for locus, whereas 65, 70 to 75% portion of your answer should be given to the focus of the question. Now here the common mistake that most of the students will be committing is they will write hell lot about Uniform Civil Code. What is Uniform Civil Code? From where we have taken Uniform Civil Code? What is meaning of Uniform Civil Code? They will write many more things and they will waste unnecessarily 60 to 70 words on just writing about Uniform Civil Code, which is not the focus of the question. So what should be your introduction? Very interesting. See, first paragraph of your answer should start about giving significance of Uniform Civil Code, not meaning. See, two types of people are there. First, one will write about meaning of Uniform Civil Code along with factual data, along with factual information like article, part, amendment. Second part, that is some people will write out what is significance of Uniform Civil Code. Why? Because UPSC is expecting that you know what is significance of, you know what is meaning of Uniform Civil Code. So they are not expecting from you to write about meaning of Uniform Civil Code. They are expecting from you to write what is significance of Uniform Civil Code along with factual data. Yes, factual data will give substantiation to your answer, but it should be with what is basic focus. So remember, first paragraph of your answer should give significance of Uniform Civil Code along with factual data that is related with the Uniform Civil Code. Then the most important focus of the answer, challenges in the enactment of Uniform Civil Code and implementation of Uniform Civil Code. What are difficulties that we are going to face? First, in enacting of Uniform Civil Code, and second, once we enacted that Uniform Civil Code, what could be the possible difficulties in its implementation? So these two are two edges of a sword where enacting and implementation must go hand in hand. First difficulty is religious and cultural diversity. I am not going to discuss these things. You are expected to understand these points on your own. So first difficulty in enacting is religious and cultural diversity. Second, constitutional challenge. Why? Because our constitution is very diverse. And if we try to make a full-fledged law on Uniform Civil Code as it is DPSP, it might affect certain parts in fundamental rights. And as we have seen, there is always a constitutional debate, there is always a constitutional difficulty, and conflicts are going on between DPSPs and fundamental right, which could lead to many constitutional challenges. Third is gender inequality, most important part. Then fourth difficulty will be political resistance from all spheres of polity, that they will not be ready for all these Uniform Civil Code where everyone will be treated equally. It is Uniform Civil Code. What is meaning of code? It is set of rules, uniform, where everyone is treated equally as what? As civilian, not male nor female, not belonging to race, religion, caste, sex or descent or place of birth. So a set of rules which is going to treat all civilians equally will be called as a Uniform Civil Code, and there will be resistance from all sectors of life. Fifth will be lack of public awareness regarding Uniform Civil Code. As we are seeing today, the word Uniform Civil Code is being used for political favors and is being used politically. Many of us do not know about what is actual meaning of Uniform Civil Code. So this lack of awareness regarding meaning or proper meaning of Uniform Civil Code is one of the difficulty. Sixth will be legal complexity that we are going to face. Seventh will be transitional challenge, that is we are shifting from current status to Uniform Civil Code will be a greater challenge. Eighth will be social backlash that we are going to suffer when we have this Uniform Civil Code. Why? Because everyone will not be happy with having this Uniform Civil Code. Ninth one, electoral politics. Then next one is 10th, enforcement issues, that is implementation issues. And 11th one will be pressing priorities, what we are going to have right now. What is our priority? Whether Uniform Civil Code is the first priority so that we can compromise every other priority, or we should focus on other priorities by keeping backside this Uniform Civil Code. So these are the 11 points that you must write in your answer. My dear friends, always remember, I am giving you 11 points, but these kinds of answers have to be written in just only 100, 125 to 150 words. So it is again an art. It is a skill about how to put this entire data. And when you are expected to put this entire data in limited number of words, in this case, your creativity, your innovation, and most importantly, priority of your answer is the key thing to score maximum marks. Conclusion, the most important point regarding the Uniform Civil Code in India is its potential. Now this is its potential to establish a uniform legal framework. Establish a uniform legal framework for personal matters promoting equality and secularism. This should be your conclusion, where you are thinking beyond what is in the current context. It is your progressive interpretation of Uniform Civil Code and progressive interpretation of various other aspects which are going to help you in all these regards. So that's all from my side. Keep watching the questions, keep sharing with your all friends, and most importantly here, take data, understand these questions. Thank you.